So you're looking to create a great landing page and need some help on how to do it or how to even get started. Or maybe you have some landing pages up, but they aren't really working well for you. They're just not converting. Well, in this video, you will learn all of the key components of a high converting, very successful landing page, and we'll even walk you through some of our highest converting pages ourselves so that you can see the principles in action and use our pages for inspiration. Hey, I'm Leah Rae from ToddandLeahRae.com, and if this is the first time that you are finding our channel, we created this channel specifically to help you, the online entrepreneurs, create the time freedom and the leverage that you and your family truly deserve. So if that is what you are looking for, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Now, before you pull up your funnel building software, you really should map all of this out ahead of time and answer some key questions on paper or in a Word document first to make sure that you are truly leveraging all of the key components to their fullest extent. So the first thing you need to ask yourself is, how are people finding this page? How did they end up here? What were they told to click on a link? What are they thinking? What are they looking for? This is very important because this landing page needs to be relevant and congruent with whatever message got them to that page. Otherwise, they're not going to opt in. They will quickly exit the page. So key element number one is relevancy and congruency. Whatever message you will use to get them to click on the link that takes them to that page, the page itself needs to be 100% congruent with it. They need to see exactly what they're expecting when they get to that page. So if you tell people to click on a link to learn how to generate leads, but then when they get to the page, it talks about closing sales, that's not really congruent. If you talk about generating leads to get them to the page, then the landing page itself needs to talk about generating leads. Now, the second key component of a successful, high converting landing page is that it focuses on one big thing, something that is very specific to your target audience that they are looking for. So it really is a precursor that you truly understand your target audience before sitting down to create a landing page. We recently published a video that walks you through exactly how to identify your target audience and how to effectively speak to them. Now, in the upper right corner of your screen, you'll see a little eye for an info card. You can click on that little eye to watch that video as this one ends if you need help really digesting, understanding your target audience and answering some core questions about them. Now, focusing on just one thing is often a struggle for people. It's a common mistake for people to lump a bunch of things together and try to be an end-all be-all offer for your capture page. That will not convert as well as really narrowing it down and focusing on just one thing. Now, as we dive into our highest converting pages that we're going to show you after these 12 elements, we'll walk you through exactly what that looks like. Now, key element number 3, curiosity. Your landing page should make people curious to know more. It shouldn't just give them enough information that they can just go to Google and look it up elsewhere. You see this sometimes when people are working with an affiliate offer. They'll make the mistake of talking about the name of the offer on the landing page. Bad choice. You will likely have a very low converting page as you're already giving away a lot of the intrigue that people would be willing to opt in for. So keep them curious. Key element number 4, urgency. You want people to feel like they need to take action on your landing page right now, because if they don't do it right now, just thinking that they can do it later, the reality is that it's very unlikely that they will ever end up opting in if they don't do it right away. So even when they know they want the information that you are providing, they still need a reason to take action right now. And there's several ways you can do this. You can add a countdown timer on the page or create urgency by some of the language that you use on the page. Something like limited time offer or limited availability or this video expires in or act now before or don't do X again until you get this information or time sensitive. Language that helps them understand that they need to opt in right now. Key element number 5, usability. Your landing page needs to be mobile friendly as a high percentage of your views will likely come from mobile users. Plus, when someone first accesses your page, they need to be able to very quickly and easily see what the next step is that they need to take. One of the biggest mistakes that will drastically hurt your conversion rates is putting the button or the form that they're supposed to opt into on a place on the screen that requires them to scroll to get to it. Attention spans are super short, like 3 to 5 seconds. If they don't find it quickly, they are out of there. So always test your landing pages on both desktop and on mobile to make sure that they're not going to have to scroll to get to that next step. Key element number 6, graphics or video. Now, neither of these are truly required to create a successful high converting landing page. We do need to address them because they can definitely help or hurt your landing page. A good rule of thumb is that you should not use a video on your capture page unless you are very good at doing video and can create a professional looking video. A poor quality video on a landing page will tank your results. You are much better off just placing placing a good high quality picture, logo, or product graphic instead of a lower quality video. A great looking picture can truly add to your landing page. Plus, you can really add credibility with a great professional looking picture or a great looking product cover. Now, even if you aren't great at video yet, just because you shouldn't put it on the landing page doesn't mean you shouldn't put it on the thank you page. That's the page that they're taken to after they opt in, and it can be a great tool to use on your thank you page. So not on the landing page, but yes, on the thank you page, unless you are really good at video. Key element number 7, adding credibility or social proof. You can greatly increase the success of your landing page by adding credibility or social proof. Now, there are many ways you can do this, but here are a few options. Just a professionally designed logo, pictures of you on stage, pictures of you with known celebrities or leaders in your niche or industry, testimonials, especially screenshots of Facebook posts or Facebook comments. You can even do as seen on or as featured in for news programs, even local news programs, TV shows, offline publications, online publications. Key element number 8, privacy policy and terms and conditions. These are very important if you ever plan on running ads to your landing page, as usually it's part of the platform's requirements. So if you plan to use your page or may someday use your page in a Facebook ad, it's important that you have a link to your privacy policy and to your terms and conditions. Now, for the key components of the page itself. Key element number 9, the headline. This is actually the most important part of the entire page. You need to make sure that your headline grabs their attention and not only tells them what it is, but more importantly, communicates the unique selling point or USP. So it should be pretty specific. This shouldn't just be about pushing what you have on them, but should instead be completely focused on them. You need to keep in mind the acronym WIFM, W-I-I-F-M, what's in it for me. You need to keep that in mind. Your audience needs to easily see what's in it for them, because in the end, no matter how nice someone is, what really matters is how something directly affects them. So what will they learn by opting in? What will they get out of it? What will it help them accomplish? Keep the headline laser focused on them. Now, don't forget, after we go through all these 12 key elements, we're going to walk you through some of our most successful landing pages so you can see great headlines in action. Key element number 10, the subheadline. This is additional text that you'll find underneath the main headline. Its job is to draw them in deeper and reinforce the claim that you're making in the headline. It should really make people feel like, oh yes, I want this. Key element number 11, the call to action or CTA. This is where you are simply telling people what they need to do to get whatever you are offering. When creating your CTA, you should help them feel like they will receive instant gratification. By simply adding words like instant access to the button itself, it really helps them feel like, yes, I'm going to get this as soon as I hit this button, and it gives a sense of instant gratification, which is definitely a plus. You also need to make it very obvious where they need to click. Always test your pages out on both mobile and desktop. Make sure that button does not require any scrolling. It's very quick and easy to find. And the final key element, number 12, before we get into the examples of really great converting pages, is the pre-headline. This is actually optional. You can test your pages with and without it, but it can be a very helpful tool. It's often seen as like a header or kind of little banner up along the top of the page, and it can be used to call out your specific audience. It should tell them exactly who this is for. Now, you can do this in several ways, but starting your pre-headline with something like attention retirees or attention home business owners does it really well. You can also do this in the form of a question. About to retire? Need leads for your business? When in doubt, more descriptive is better than less. Like in these examples, warning, important info for those looking to retire in the next 5 to 10 years, or attention affiliate marketers who are not yet seeing a profit. Now let's pull up a couple of our high performing landing pages and break them down so you can see why they are working so well. Now here's a pretty basic one where we're offering a free PDF download, teaching them how to generate leads. This simple page has over 56% opt-in rate, meaning that over 56% of the people that come to this page are actually submitting their information. Now you can see the pre-headline using the question format to call out people who are looking for leads for their online business. The headline, free PDF download, the key to getting 12 to 32 leads a day online on autopilot, that is very, very specific, telling them exactly what they're going to get. Now the sub-headline reinforces the promise of the headline, giving them more information and getting people more excited to sign up. We're using a simple product image graphic, easy to recognize fields to fill in, and a button to push for the CTA. There's no scrolling required. We've added urgency with the download this PDF immediately, and it also suggests instant gratification with the words download now on the button. Overall, fairly simple page, and sometimes the simplest pages convert convert the best. Now let's look at this next example. We initially set this page up for registering for a live webinar, and then we tweaked it afterwards to offer the recording. This page has a conversion rate of over 81%. So on this page, we skipped the pre-headline. There's no pre-headline on this page. We go right into the headline. How to generate 50 to 100 hyper-responsive leads for your home business using Facebook Messenger in 7 days or less, guaranteed. Obviously, this is a very, very specific headline. It really grabs people's attention, and it is only focused on one thing: leads. Not leads and selling or leads and closing, just one thing: really high quality leads. Now the subheadline reinforces the headline, helping to make it even more appealing without spamming, feeling salesy, or ruining your reputation. This definitely hits on people's pain points or fears or anxiety. Now we're adding credibility with showing Mark up on stage, plus the information about us and Mark as the presenters. And we have a very clear CTA with urgency and scarcity. Catch the replay now. Limited time training. Plus instant gratification that they get to watch it right when they hit that button. So now that you understand all of the key elements and have seen them in use, you can go out and create a killer landing page. But a really important thing to understand is that you should always be split testing your pages, tweaking just one thing and testing it against the original. This is how you get better and better results. Now we can tell you the general rules to follow, give you some examples of some great converting pages, but we can't tell you exactly how something is going to convert until you actually test it out. So test it. Now truly, one of the biggest things that will help you not only create a killer landing page, but really help you in all areas of your business, especially with making sales, is copywriting. So in the upper right corner of your screen or at the top of the description, you're going to see a link to the next video to watch, where I teach you all about copywriting and how to improve those skills, plus how to make sales before you're really good. So click on this video next. Again, this is Leah Rae from toddandleahrae.com, and I'll see you soon.